Hi, this is Sandra here and welcome to my video blog, and today I want to talk about and do some tapping on that feeling of unworthiness. Not being worthy enough to have what it is that you want to have, to do what it is that you want to do, to give what it is that you want to give, to take that career path you want to take that business path that you want to take. One of the major things that I hear from my clients and that I've also suffered from myself is that feeling of not being worthy, not being good enough, people not being interested in what you have to give, not being interested in you, maybe not even liking you. All of these feelings are part of that belief of I'm not worthy enough, what I have to offer isn't worthy enough, my business idea isn't worthy, I don't have enough knowledge. All of these things fall into that under that umbrella of I'm not worthy. And it's surprising the amount of people who feel that way. You're not alone. You're probably part of the majority of people out there. Particularly if you're out there and you're struggling with doing what it is that you want to do and having the life that you want to have and being the person that you want to be because you just don't feel worthy enough. Now these feelings all come back from our childhood. And when we're children, we're part of a family, part of a tribe, and in order to survive our tribe, no matter how wonderful they were, we had to fall in line. We had to kind of do what they wanted us to do, which means that we gave up part of who we really were in order to fulfill their expectations. Now, a lot of their expectations were to do, of course, with keeping us safe, and of course that makes sense, but sometimes through childhood, many of us experience other situations that come from people like our family, teachers, other caregivers, just society in general, that tells us that who we are and what we have to give and what we want to do with our lives isn't worthy enough, isn't good enough, go get yourself a real job, anything like that. So that's where all of these programs come from. And we can change those programs. We don't have to believe that we have to be that sort of person that other people want us to be now. As adults, we can be who we truly are, but in order to do that, we need to get rid of that programming, change that programming. So I'm going to do some EFT tapping now. If you're not familiar with emotional freedom technique or tapping, please refer to my video on why I use EFT and how to do it. So just follow along with me. Even though I don't feel worthy, I'm not good enough, I honour how I feel. Even though I don't feel worthy enough to do this, I'm okay anyway. Even though I'm not worthy of this, I'm not good enough, I'm going to honour how I feel anyway, even though I don't like it. It's feelings of unworthiness. Not worthy. Unworthy. I'm not good enough. I don't know enough. I'm not experienced enough. I'm not wealthy enough. Unworthy. That's how I feel. Feel unworthy. Not good enough. I'm not good enough. I don't feel good enough for this. Even though I really want it, I don't feel good enough. And no matter what I do, I just don't feel good enough. I don't feel good enough. unworthy. I'm unworthy. I'm not worth it. 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 But the more I keep saying that to myself, the less that seems real. I keep telling myself I'm not worth it. Keep telling myself I'm not worth it. That I'm not worth it. I'm not worth it. That's what I'm telling myself. And if I'm telling myself that I'm not worth it, then how can I expect other people to think I'm worth it? Is it even true? Am I really not worth it? What if I was just a little bit worth it? What if I was just as good as anybody else? What if I was even medium? What if I was at least average? What if I was at least average? But if I really want this, then maybe I want it because I'm worth it. Would I want it if I wasn't worth it? Who told me I wasn't worth it in the first place? I know I'm telling myself that now. It's an old program that I've been running since I was a child. It's an old program that I've been running for a very long time. What if it's wrong? What if I'm wrong? What if I am worth it? What if I am worth it? What if I'm worth it? How would that change things? What would being worthy mean? What would it mean? What would it mean? If I was worthy, what would that mean? How would things be different? How would I be different if I felt worthy? How would my life be different if I felt worthy? And taking a deep breath in and letting it out. And that is the question. If you felt worthy, how would your life be different? And who told you you weren't worthy? And how did you find out that you weren't worthy? And what if it's not true? What if it's just an old program that's playing over and over and over again, and it's not true? Now with EFT, it's really important to find out specifically what it is that you're thinking and feeling. So tapping along with videos like this may help open up some more feelings, sensations, memories, and if you have any of those, to tap on those. Because what I'm doing is just a general, very, very general unworthiness, because people often feel unworthy for all sorts of different reasons. So I can't be specific about what your issues are with unworthiness. But if you keep tapping on whatever thoughts come into your head, whatever you're feeling, wherever you're feeling it, and focus on that, you will find that will help calm it down and give you that questioning, that cognitive shift of, what if I am worthy? And hang on, this is ridiculous, me telling myself I'm not worthy. Because if you really want something, if you're really wanting to go after something, then it means that it's something that is important to you. So it is most likely something that you are worthy to pursue. And we are brought up as children to feel shame, to feel embarrassed about our actions and our behaviour. So it makes sense that we carry them through into adulthood. And it depends how harsh and how critical and judgmental our parents and caregivers and teachers and all of the adults in our life were when we were growing up as to how confident we'll be as adults in going out there and strutting our stuff. So do some more tapping on whatever comes up while you're tapping on that feeling of unworthiness, and just question where these feelings come from, and imagine what it would be like to feel worthy. Just, even if you've got a memory of a time when you did feel worthy, and just remember what that feels like and really feel it in your body. Because one of the best ways to retrain your nervous system to feel what you want it to feel is to practice feeling what it is you want to feel. It's all about the feeling, and it's all about embodying it in our nervous system, which runs through our body. And if you're into law of attraction or magic or anything like that, if you're wanting something to happen, if you're wanting to get the results that you're looking for, then you need to already feel what it feels like to be that person who has those things happen or come to them. So it's all about practicing feeling. So if you can practice feeling worthy, even if it's just for a couple of minutes a day to start off with, and do the tapping on the feeling of unworthiness so that you can start to shift the nervous system into its old program into a new program that's more helpful to you. And another thing about unworthiness is that it may not feel safe to feel worthy. Because as a child, when you felt worthy and you went out there and did whatever it is that you wanted to do, and you got scolded for it or criticised for it, or somebody said something to you about it, your nervous system went into this state of going, okay, that's not safe to do that, so we'll make sure you don't do that again. So whenever anything comes up for you that you feel you really want to go for, your nervous system pops up with these feelings of unworthiness to protect you from being criticised again. But as an adult, you don't need that kind of protection anymore. As an adult, it really doesn't matter if people criticise you. It doesn't matter if people judge you. It really doesn't matter as an adult. So you need to just change your programming from in your nervous system, from going from feeling unworthy is safe to feeling worthy is safe. And then you can have your nervous system working for you and supporting you in your goals and what it is that you want to do. So that's all from me for today. I will see you on the next video. Bye for now.